Hey guys out there in the world, this is David Vasquez from Laredo Dodge Chrysler Ram Jeep. I'm about to talk a little bit about the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. It is a 2015 model. It is brand new. It is history in the making. You're about to see something that you've never seen before, that the world has never seen before, for many reasons, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But let's jump right into it from the very beginning. When you look at the unmistakable design, you're going to get a lot of 1971 in you. Why? Why are you getting 1971? It's a 1971 inspired design from the original Challenger. If you take the 1971 Challenger and you put it against the 2015 Challenger, you're going to see a lot of the same similarities in that design than you do in the 2015 design. One of the cool things that I like is the hood on the Challenger Hellcat. This is a Viper-inspired hood, and the reason for that is because with the amount of turbulence and air that this motor needs for the 707 horsepower that it generates, you're going to need a lot of air, and you're going to need a lot of cooling, and you're going to need to find a way through the turbulence that this vehicle is going to run into because of the power that it generates. So that's why you see these holes in this hood, because of the air that needs to come out, the heat that needs to come out, and the cooling that needs to be contained within the motor. So you're going to see that on the top of the hood. The other thing that changed in the front, if you look down here, are the lights. This is brand new for 2015. The whole front end has completely been redesigned. So you're going to get LED lit quad lamps around here, along with projection lamps in the center. Aside from that, the grille also, there was a sort of a slim line in the grille, so the grille has been reduced from 2014 to 2015. The big thing for the Hellcat is the air catcher inlet port, which is this here. This is all the air that needs to be sucked in to the supercharged motor on the inside, the 6.2 Hemi supercharged charged motor that's under the hood, and we're going to look at it right now. The reason for that, with all the heat that is generated by that supercharger, that it needs to be cooled so it can produce that amount of power, you need that air to be sucked in through this air inlet catcher. It catches the air. 30,000 liters of air is what it'll suck up in 1 minute. It's revolutionary. The other thing that I like what they did was they didn't put any fog lamps on here. However, they've got the spacers for it, but this car is really, it comes fully customized. There is no need for anyone to touch it. It is the most powerful factory produced muscle car in the world. Aside from that, once you get under the hood, this is where all the magic happens. This is the 6.2 supercharged Hemi V8. This die-cast aluminum head is manufactured to handle that much heat generated. So this is able to handle that heat. With the air being pumped in, it'll produce 707 horsepower along with 650 pound-feet of torque. It is a beast, unmistakable. No other car out there, straight from the factory, will beat this car in a race. As a matter of fact, the National Hot Rod Association has certified it with street legal tires at 10.8 seconds in the quarter mile. Speaking of quarter mile, we're going to get into what this car does on the performance side for you, and how it incorporates a lot of the new technology into racing, and the reason it's one of the fastest cars on the streets today. Aside from that, it comes with 20-inch by 9 black aluminum rims. You've also got, or black matte rims, I'm sorry. It's also got, if you look closely at the rotors, you've got an entire Brembo brake system. And the reason for the size of these rotors, these are 18-inch rotors, and the reason that you need these rotors is because you need to be able to stop a car like this that produces that much horsepower at that speed. The other thing about these rotors is that they are able to be, they cool faster. So they cool with the six piston rotors in the front, and then you got 4 pistons in the back. This is going to stop this vehicle at any moment, and you're not going to have a problem with this Brembo brake system. It's also got Bilstein shock absorbers to give you a smooth ride. You're also able to customize the way this vehicle steers, the way this vehicle shifts, the way this vehicle turns. You're able to customize it all with the Srt Pages, which I'll show you in just a little bit. The other cool little thing is there's no Challenger badging on here. The only badging you're going to see is the Srt badge and the Hellcat badge. This is unmistakable for this vehicle, and what lets everyone know you're sitting inside the Challenger Hellcat. Of course, all the nice little standard fold-away mirrors, intrusion beams. You got a keyless and go system with this vehicle. And when you have a vehicle like this, safety, security, it's got over 70 standard safety features on the vehicle. You've got everything you need. Power windows, power locks. The other cool little thing that I like what they did with the 15 is that they redesigned the entire interior. So the door panel has completely changed. The handles have changed completely. The other thing that you get exclusively with the SRT is the Napa leather, and of course the Alcantara suede inserts. And so you get that leather and suede mesh, you get that feeling, it hugs your body so that you don't move, especially when you're moving so fast in a car like this. You need some seats that are going to keep you in place so that you don't lose control. If you look closely at the steering column, it's a leather wrapped steering column along with several features. You've got your volume and tuning controls, you get standard Bluetooth voice recognition on here, you also get your standard cruise control, the control for your TFT pages. We'll talk a little bit about that TFT screen in just a little bit, and how, again, going back to the 1971 roots, and then paddle shifters. This is what's going to allow you to downshift and upshift in this vehicle with an 8-speed automatic transmission, torque flight transmission. This is the fastest car in the muscle car in the world. So as you sit inside, you're going to get the automatic running lamps. Of course, the TFT is a tic-tac TFT. So you get the old 1971 Dodge Challenger inspired gauges. And then what I like is that we talked about technology. Well, they incorporate the technology into the screen here. So this is a 7-inch high definition TFT screen. So you're able to time yourself with this screen. I can spend hours on this screen alone, but you can actually time yourself in the quarter mile. You can time yourself 0 to 60, 0 to 100. And aside from that, you can incorporate your navigation from the big screen, the 8.4 Uconnect system, into the 7-inch high definition display. So you can actually see where you're going right here instead of looking at the screen. So you always keep your eyes straight on the road. Now, the other cool little thing that I like about this, obviously, is it's actually electronic telescopic steering wheel. And if you look at the screen, you can actually see how high def it really gets. Unfortunately, we're in the showroom and we can't really show you too much, but you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. Now, once you get into the vehicle, you've got a few things. You've got 3 key fobs. You've got a black key fob, you've got a red key fob. Now when you look at the key fobs, they're regular. They're like any other key fob out there. But there's one key fob, the black one, which restricts horsepower to 500 horsepower. And then you've got the red key fob that unleashes the beast, so to speak. So you've got 2 key fobs, obviously with all the standards, lock, unlock, your trunk open or your trunk release, and then of course remote start. Speaking of remote start, this also comes with Uconnect access, which I'll talk about in just a little bit. You've got the 8.4 Uconnect system, and I won't turn it on because we're in the showroom and because of the fumes. This is actually going to let me show you just a little bit. Look at that Hellcat just open up when you come in. Now, if you look at the TFT screen, you'll see all the standards, and you can actually run through this. It's going to give you your audio information, fuel economy, what this vehicle is giving you in fuel economy. They're your performance pages. As you slide through the performance pages, you can actually see the timers on there. Your quarter mile timer. You've got your braking distance, the amount of distance from when you actually, if you're at 100 miles per hour, and the distance that it takes you to brake to get to 0. You've also got your G-force gauges. What's really cool about G-force, a lot of people don't know about this, but G-force is basically a force created when you accelerate in this video. Are we, oh, is my cameraman signaling me that the noise is getting to us? Okay, hold on, let me close this. Maybe you can get me from out there. Okay. So the G-force is basically the
customer's almost done and we need to deliver.
Okay, so let me hurry up because I'm taking forever. I told you I could talk hours about this car. So 8.4 Uconnect system, all the standards, navigation, heated and cooling seats on this bad boy. You've also got your Bluetooth, and then the Srt Pages, which is really nice. Let me just talk a little bit about the Srt Pages, the performance pages, your drive modes. This will allow you different ways to personalize the vehicle depending on your driving habits. You've got the track mode, you've got sport mode, you've got custom mode, you've got your default mode, okay? Your different options, launch mode, where you can actually shift. Now shifting, this vehicle will shift 1/16 of a second. This is the fastest shifter. The computer does all the work for you faster than any human could shift. Now typically in your muscle cars you'd want to be in a standard vehicle, but for me, my pick is the automatic transmission because the computer does all the work for you. So if you ask me, would you get it in manual? Yeah, everybody wants to get a muscle car in a manual transmission, but not now because of technology. Technology actually makes you want to get this vehicle in an automatic transmission. Now there's so much more that I could touch on this page, and I probably will once I get a Hellcat, but unfortunately it is already sold, ladies and gentlemen, and luckily I have the performance to give you the opportunity to give you this performance and this sneak peek of the vehicle on the inside. So just real quick, we'll move to the back of the vehicle. You got the black fuel cap on here, which is really nice, a real nice touch. This particular vehicle, all black, you gotta love it. It's available in red, it's available in black, it's available in the sublime green. So you got different colors out there for you. In my opinion, I'm a all black type of guy, so this vehicle really gorgeous. Lucky for us, we get to turn it on right now. Now, one real quick thing. Backup camera, LED lit lights, LED lighting in the back. Pop the trunk. Pop the trunk. Pop the trunk. Let's get a look at this real quick. SRT mats embossed into the seats, and you get a Harman Kardon sound system, 2 Harman Kardon 10-inch subwoofers, no spare. Why? Because we're eliminating weight from the vehicle. The lighter the vehicle, the faster it travels. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Cash Vasquez from Laredo Dodge Chrysler Ram Jeep. I'm proud to present the 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat.